We are back out here at Walk-Ons in I-10 and Huebner in the Huebner Oak Shopping Center. It's the Frank Wilson Radio Show. It is presented by Methodist Healthcare. Methodist Healthcare is the official hometown healthcare provider of UTSA Athletics and San Antonio's most preferred health system. For all your healthcare needs, go Roadrunners. And Bud Light is an official sponsor of UTSA Athletics, reminding you to enjoy responsibly. Frank's out recruiting tonight. We've visited with Jacob LaFrance, the recruiting coordinator and player personnel director. We also visit with Kristen Holt, the women's basketball coach. Up next is Steve Henson, and we're 2 weeks away from UTSA and St. Ed's. The season's getting here quickly, isn't it?
Yeah, it's upon us. It's gone quickly, as the preseason always does. You always feel like you want a few more practices, but the guys are certainly looking forward to playing games.
Yeah, coaches want to practice. Guys are ready to start playing and putting some scores on the board, aren't they?
Yeah, exactly. It's always the case. But the new rules allowed us to start a little bit earlier this year. We're coming off of a summer where we had our guys around a lot more. We're in the weight room a ton, and we took our foreign tour to Costa Rica, which allowed us some extra days of practice. So once we did start official practice a few weeks ago, we felt like we were a little further along than we typically would be. All
right, let's talk about this year, because you've got so many guys coming back from last year's team with Keaton Wallace and obviously Javon Jackson and Giovanni DeNicolao's back for his junior year. Nick Allen's a senior. Hard to believe he's been here 4 years already. But just a bunch of guys from last year's 20-win team.
Yeah, we've got a great returning core, a group that's really developing in terms of leadership, security, all the intangible things. Those guys are doing a great job for us. We've got a core group of guys that we know what to expect from. They're going to play great defense. They've helped us establish some good things on the defensive end. They're going to rebound like crazy. They're going to play unselfishly. They're all about winning. And then we're able to bring in new guys that fill some roles that we need filled and fill in the gaps and bring energy. And I think it'll be a nice blend for us.
Talk about those new guys. What do they bring to the team?
Yeah, we got several new guys that will help us right away. Atem Bior is a big, strong. Just look out there, and our team overall looks a lot stronger than we had in the past. I think that's one thing people will notice is just the bulk that we put on over the summer. But Atem is a big, strong guy, 6'7". I guess he only weighs 225, but you could say 245, and I'd believe it. He's just a presence, and he's got good feel. He can do a lot of different things. He can score, rebound, very good instincts passing it. Just gives us that body that we were lacking at one of those forward spots, which allows Byron Fronin to slide over and play some small forward. But
is he looking forward to that?
Byron does. Byron is so good in both spots. But there's times when he just likes to overpower the guards, and if Atem's out there letting Byron slide over a little bit, it'll give Byron that freedom to do that. So hopefully we can play those guys together a lot. A couple other freshmen will come in and have a big impact. Doak or Duck or Adokie. I don't know what you're going to call him.
All of the above?
Yeah, I try to call him Doak. Most of his teammates call him Duck. Very, very good player. Smooth, kind of. You don't notice all the things he's doing. Just got a great feel for the game. He's shooting it very well right now. Another 6'2", 6'3" guard to go along with those other good 6'2", 6'3" guards that we have. Our backcourt will be terrific. Tamir Bynum's a little tiny feisty guy. Comes in there and can do some things that no one else can do defensively. On the ball, can pressure and stir things up and just be a pest on the defensive end.
You get Adrian Rodriguez back from his injury this year, and it was a shame to see him go down so early last year.
Yeah, Adrian Rodriguez was a true freshman for us last year. He was really starting to come around right when the season started. Was coming off of a previous knee injury and was really getting in great shape, played very well in our scrimmages and exhibition games. First regular season game was off to a great start, and then just planted a jump stop with no contact and tore his ACL, so he's been out, and looking forward to getting him back in there. He's an undersized interior guy with strong as Knox and tough and good hands and good skill level.
We're going to play Oklahoma and Oklahoma State in back-to-back games this year in the preseason, and it's kind of like our version of the Bedlam series, isn't it?
Yeah, we got Bedlam on a Monday and Wednesday. We get them both, but that'll be good. People around campus are excited. I think we'll have a great atmosphere in there November 12th for Oklahoma. We played a week before that. We played St. Ed's before that, but the Oklahoma game is the one that a lot of people have circled on their calendar. It'll be a good opportunity for us. Obviously, powerful program. They come in here with a bunch of really, really experienced guys, but our guys will be up for it. They'll be fired up.
For the first time in I can't remember how long, Middle Tennessee wasn't picked to win the conference this year. They obviously lost a ton of seniors, and they lost their coach as Kermit Davis went to one of the Mississippi, I believe. So the conference seems to be more wide open than it's ever. We were picked fifth I don't know. I didn't get to vote on that. I'd picked us higher and put some more pressure on
I
everybody.
appreciate it. Yeah.
But where do you assess the conference this year?
Yeah, there will be some similarities in the fact that the teams at the top are going to be really, really good again. Some of the teams that have been at the bottom have new coaches, so they'll be trying some new things, maybe rebuilding phases for some of those programs. But the Conference USA, those teams at the top have been terrific. 4 straight years we've gone to the NCAA tournament and won the first round game against elite programs. So as you mentioned, Middle Tennessee's kind of been the standard. Those other teams have been good. UAB's been good. Western Kentucky will be good this year. Marshall, went and knocked off Wichita State in the tournament last year.
Yeah.
So those teams will be good again. Western will be good. Marshall will be good. Old Dominion's just
traditionally good.
Yeah, and they're so good defensively, and you talk about big and strong and not give you anything easy. They've developed a real nice culture there where they got a chance to win every night. So it'll be tough at the top like it always is.
We have a unique schedule in the conference this year in that the Final Four games aren't set yet. We won't know who the Final Four teams are, where we're playing, when we're playing, or how we're getting there until February 16th. The idea is to hopefully get another team in the NCAA tournament by the best teams playing each other.
Yes. You want to break it down for everybody?
That's all I got right there.
You want me to do it? Yeah, it's pretty interesting. So we'll play everyone once, with the exception of UTEP, which is our travel partner. So we'll play UTEP twice, everyone else once. And the whole league will do that. And then at the end of 14 games, we'll get placed into pools, pods, with the top 5 teams being in one group together. Hopefully we're in that group. And if that's the case, then we know our last 4 games will be against the other really, really good teams.
Yeah.
And the idea is that we get 4 more high-level opponents on the schedule, which should help with all the metrics and the computer rankings and all that. And if you finish the season strong, you've got more quality wins and get a better chance at an at-large bid in the NCAA tournament. And whoever does win the conference tournament gets the automatic bid, and hopefully we'll get a higher seed. Our teams have represented very, very well with some low seeds. We need to get our representative needs to go in there with a higher seed.
Marshall won last year as a 14.
Yeah. So there's 2 objectives with that. Well, there's a lot of objectives. Those are the 2 main ones. But I think it'll create excitement. If the team struggles during the regular season, slides into that bottom pod, they're going to be hungry for any win they could get. And they're going to have 4 chances against other teams that may be struggling. So I think across the board it's interesting. It's unique. It'll be something a lot of people will be talking about. And there's still some questions, and we'll have to see how it plays out. But I think it brings something special to our league.
All right, Steve, thanks. We'll have your radio show starting January 7th, I believe, whatever that Monday is, that first Monday in January. So
sounds good.
Look forward to that. Look forward to 2 weeks from now calling some basketball.
Thank you so much, Andy.
All right.
See ya.
Steve Henson with us out here on the Frank Wilson Radio Show tonight. Enchanted Rock Vodka and Rebecca Creek Whiskey are proud sponsors of the Roadrunner Sports Network. Raise your glass to the UTSA Roadrunners. Always drink responsibly. Laura Groff will join us. We'll talk about UTSA volleyball next as the Frank Wilson Radio Show rolls on from walk-ons and from Learfield.